Hey everybody, welcome back. Um, so I got some requests on some stock pickers, and I'm gonna first work on RBRK. All right. So it's what rubrik or rubrik. Okay. Um, I haven't. I think I heard this name, but I'm really looking into this stock. So let's look together. So it looks like we got a breakout. Okay. So it was moving here in the channel and bam, right here. So they just when is it earning? Today? Oh, wow. So what is going on? You can see since April 9 is when we got the greatest rally, went straight up. Wow, 110%, double, and went past here. So now, what do we see here? So it got earning, and it got the estimate minus 32 cents, and the report is minus 15 cents each share, and look like it's good compared to the estimate, but it's losing. So I guess it's losing less is good. So what do we see? Okay, what I noticed right away is the closing today. This is a doji. Some people might call it tombstone doji. If you look back here, you see kind of the same, right? So even though here kind of similar, but usually you need confirmation at least 2-3 days. So here we got one, and then bam, 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 all the way here, up like a huge pullback. Okay. Here you got the top, which is the bearish engulfing, and they go all the way down. And you got another one, and then it go further. So same for here. And then when you got this candle, it was bullish engulfing, and bam, all the way up to here. You don't see a lot. You can see here is one similar right here, a doji. But then after that, you got these candle negate this one. So now we have another one. We have to wait and see how it is. So remember I told you, even though it's overbought, it can go like a month and a half overbought and keep going up. So overbought doesn't mean much, right? I mean, okay, there might be a pullback, but maybe not. And the first rule is the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So you don't want to bet a farm on something like this. So for me, I'm looking at this. Okay, now let's look at the weekly. The weekly give me a little bit better understanding. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 weeks of green candle. And you got a really almost max out, right? Even higher, more overbought than these two right here. This point, right? And it's going straight up for 9 weeks. So I do actually expect a pullback. So where's the pullback? Or where does it pull back to? Right away, this one is one level. The second one is right here. Why you can see this is the bottom of this candle and the top of this candle, and go to these. So pretty much give me the level. So I expecting a pullback to at least 87.50. So I put 88. So 88 is next pullback. So about 10%. The next one will be 79, so 80. So this is where it will end up at. And then we might take a bounce up here. Oops. Here to test. So usually it go here, it might bounce a little bit, then it's go through and then touch this and then bounce up. So this is for RBRK rubrik. The next one is Nike. So someone, a subscriber, asked me to check with Nike. Last time I did it, probably around here somewhere. So take a look. So you can see go all the way from here, right? Going down here, and then they kind of like still in the same channel. If I move, really try to be precise. Okay. And then let's see. It tried to break out here but couldn't pull back. Oh, I was talking about when it's around here. I expected to break out of this triangle. You see here the green line and the orange line. It did not. It got a bad earning and boom, went back all the way here. You can see how this consolidate in around this level at $53, and then from there has been moving up lightly. And what you see here, pretty cool. So you can see this is the gap, and here's the gap, right? So here is gap down, and from here, oh sorry, the gap is right here, and here is gap down. You can see it has been trying to break this level here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. right? So I make it red so it's easier to see. So the orange, I use this level as the resistance from down here. So if we look, right, it's been bouncing. It's kind of like bounce from here, touch this, pull back a little bit and bounce up, gap up, and then been bouncing between this level, which is now the resistance, and this orange, which is now the support. And the gap is at 64. So it has been trying to reach the gap to fill this gap right here at 64. So it is trying to go up. And for now, you can see it's been consolidate. If I switch back to the weekly, it gives me a little bit more info and better prediction. Lately, I have been switching to weekly candle much for the other video, but for some of these, I'm going to use a weekly as well. So you almost can see that it's like a bull flag right here. And it has been for the weekly, it has been from going oversold to likely up, but still not anywhere much further from the oversold. So we still have way to run. And with this bull flag weekly, right? And if we go back here, it gives you a little bit of shape as well. So at least for the past 2 months right now, it's been moving up. So zooming a little bit and we can see why look like it will move up more. So this is the low. This is the low, right? Or I can put it right here. Right. So the low, go through all the low. So you can see it's been bouncing off this trend line. It tried to break out and came back, bounce it up again, and bounce, right? So, I would say for short term, it was a bit overbought here, so it pulled back and then came up. So right now, it might come back down again to, let's say, 61. Let's say 61.72 or even 61. And then most likely it will try to bounce again, break from this resistance. Because of the tariff, I think with production in Vietnam, if we have any good news on tariff, we will see it gap up and come up to 68.72, which is this level right here. You can see this, right? Perfect line right here. And the next is we'll try to close the candle, which is at 72. So for short term, we may have a quick pullback even down to 60, but most likely it will try to bounce. And I think after the red line, we get this. I'll make it blue. So red go to blue and then go to green. I can move this up a little bit. This is the gap. So most likely it will come up here. So at this level, I think if you want to buy, if it's me, I am actually going to buy if it's pulled back again, right? So if it does pull back to around 60 to 61, I think I'm gonna buy some for a long-term play, or I can sell, but you know, just give me a little bit of powder. So expecting a pullback, and then right here somewhere, or all the way up here. So 68, which is about just about 10% up here. Doable. Another one is 72.50. We're gonna pull back and then most likely rally up. Okay, next we'll check Tesla. You know what happened today, right? The drama between Elon and Mr. Trump. So last time that I looked at this was 3 days ago. It was right here. So I would say, okay, look likely it's gonna go this gap here, right? And the gap is around 305, so that's why I put 305. But I couldn't believe it went back to 276 to test this purple line, which was the resistance from here. Now becomes support, and it bounced here and bounced back right away. So it's closed as 284. After hour, it was going lower to like 276. Oh, again, you see the same number here. And then I think right now I saw 7%, so like around 303 or something. So you can see the same number over and over again. So what's next for Tesla? I think we are not done with the down movement yet, but it doesn't go down in a straight line. So I expect it to pull back up and pass probably right here at the gap. And maybe right here actually. So we might move up 315. No. Okay, 313. So the next number will be 313. It's a quick bounce, and you never know, it might bounce up to 326 again, as the previous resistance became support. Boom, now it becomes resistant again. So we might see a bounce, then we will pull lower and test 276 one more time. So we're not done yet, right? We're not done yet. The next level would be right here at 260, and then 221. Let me put it out there because I think is these are the possible level to watch. So that's for Tesla. Okay, so somebody did ask about Intel. So let's check Intel. Okay, so I think last time it was around here, and they say okay, most likely go 25. That's why I had here, and it went to 23 and couldn't go up any higher, and then pulled down, and now is under 20 again. So let's see what's going on. As you can see, and go back to oversold and then bounce a little bit. Okay, so let me see. I draw this. Let like that. So for the short term, you can see it's kind of like head and shoulder right here. Let me show you. So we got this, 1, 2, 3. We got head, shoulder, Novabot, boom. Let me see. So how I did is I measure this, right? And then we go from here. It might go lower due to the head and shoulder, right? So might go down to 1674. I don't know. But all I know is that it broke down, tried to come up. Right now we still have bearish, so it might go down to 1876 again to test the support. You can see it's been bouncing between the blue line and the green line. It just now, it kind of like bearish at the moment. If we draw from here to here, so we got this right here, broke down of this triangle, the wedge. So most likely it might come down again to 1881 to test. And it might go lower. So bearish for Intel. Short term. Let's make it a little bit even. All right. What's next? Oh, I think I saw another one. Merck Co. What's going on with this stock? So, okay, you can see it's kind of cool, right? this was the like previous low, and then you can see it's been going through a lot of these pivot point. So this is like a mountain pattern, and right now it kind of like at the end of the mountain, the base of the mountain. Weekly is pretty oversold. Wow. Let me see. What's dividend? 4%. Not bad. So, switch back. All right. So this is short term. All right. So it's trying to break out of this wedge. This is the wedge I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the bottom of the channel. This is top of the channel, becoming a wedge. And you can see once it go to the bottom, you got the support right here, it bounce. And it try to break out of this. Right? When does this? So got about 2 months for earning. So well, it's a bit overbought, but not too much. For short term, it's still okay. It trying to break the resistance here and the resistance here, and it's not. So it might try to come back and test it again, bounce up, and then might come up here. Put a green, put a red. Okay. And if I look at this, I'm thinking there is a bigger chance of breaking out. Even if it's coming down to 73, then it's gonna bounce back out again. So we'll have something like this. Like this. And then like so either way, I'm expecting a bounce to $85. All right. So let me try one more. Let me see earnings so far. Oh, this one. So before on earning, I say, okay, look like Lay is having a doji in the previous high, expect to pull down to 101. So it kind of pulled out to 105 and then rally up again. It went through the previous high, making all-time high, pull back down to the channel, coming back, make new time high with another doji, and then pulling down to test the previous low. Also this low. Okay, and then this top. So that is also a good level to look. So it's right at 120. So let me okay. So what's next? Okay. Let's see. So far, it's actually does pretty well. Still a little bit overbought. So I'm thinking the next level would be 112. Why? Previous low. And I go to orders right here and right here. So 112 is a good level to look at next. So most likely we'll see a pullback to 112 before any bounce. We want to go here, it might bounce up to here and then it come back down to 101. So you know what, I think 101 is still a level that we need to watch as well for a little bit long term. So as for PLTR, I think it's good enough. You have the gap here, so can go all the way to 95. You know what? Since all the gaps should be filled, I'm gonna put 95 as a gap right here. Okay, so all the gap will be filled. It's just a matter of when. So short term 112, a little bit long term 95. All right, thanks for watching. That's not a lot tomorrow. That's why I went to some of the requests and some of the popular stocks at the moment. If you want me to take a look at any stocks, please drop comments on my video here, or on my Twitter or X or TikTok. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content. See you tomorrow. Bye.